Okay, I've just finished setting up my electric Dipole V2, version 2. And what we're looking at here is two traces. The one I'm sitting on now is the electric Dipole V2 running QRP at a quarter wave above the ground. And this trace here is the electric Dipole V2 at a half wave above ground. At the moment, the V1. V1 has a quarter wave counterpoise spiraled down the coax. Tomorrow I will set up a counterpoise on V2, but because it is a quarter wave above ground anyway, it's probably behaving just like a counterpoise using the shield of the coax. Now they're both very interesting, but V2 here is only a quarter wave above the ground and often seems to be kicking the butt of V1. So I've got to find time to swap these heights around and see how they both go at the same height and all that sort of stuff. But very impressed. 5 watts QRP on both of them, solid as. This is into VK5, so that's lovely. And what's interesting here is up to Kahuna, near the New South Wales Vic border, so north-northwest, the version 1 that is a half wave above ground is coming in stronger, and the version 2 is not quite as strong over that trip. Now it's not quite as far as VK5, but also because my block slopes to the west, I think version 1 here being a half wave above ground is getting a better view out to the northeast because it's a bit obscured, and the other one being only a quarter wave above ground is far too obscured for this particular SDR. And now up into Forster, New South Wales, the furthest north SDR in New South Wales in VK2. The one that's quarter wave, the version 2, what I'm on now, quarter wave above the ground, seems to be doing quite good, sometimes better. And the one that's a half wave, version 1, it's a little bit under, but very, very close. Actually, sometimes they're swapping around there. So, very interesting indeed. And out into Western Australia, the band hasn't opened up yet. This is the V2, and it's actually doing, it's getting through to Western Australia, and the V1 here is much weaker. So this V1 is a half wave above the ground, but V2 is a quarter wave above the ground. So that's very interesting, because you would normally expect the half wave above ground to give you a lower TOA, but I do feel that this one has a higher energy state, so much more experiments to do. And back to VK5, I'm sitting on V2 at the moment, that's a quarter wave up. And this one now is V1, that is a half wave up. So it looks like V2, the quarter wave up, is doing a lot better over that trip. 7.3, and thanks for watching.